Okay, guys, we're gonna go ahead and begin. Well, first off, welcome guys to the Samford Senior Year Kickoff. We're so glad to have y'all, and we're just glad that y'all had an interest in Samford. We do ask that you mute your mics during this time so you really can soak up all this good information from admissions and about the application process. And yeah, just congrats on making it to your senior year. I know that it's an exciting year, a lot of good things to look forward to for your last year of high school, and a lot awaits you. Well, my name is Will Clark. I'm a rising junior from Huntsville, Alabama, majoring at sports medicine in Samford, and I've loved my time here so far. I have 2 more years left, and it's flown by. And I know that I can remember being in y'all's shoes. Um, almost felt like yesterday. It's crazy how fast the time will fly, and in the same situation that you guys are in now, looking for colleges and looking for places that you might feel like you're fit for your college home, and the whole process of looking for different places and looking for the new chapters ahead of you is also exciting. And I know in my time I was looking for new community and new connections, but also um, new ways to grow and look for ways that the Lord can mold me into the man He wants me to be. Um, and so I can confidently say that here at Samford, I've definitely had those experiences and found that community that has been a part of my entire career at college so far. Whether it's something like on-campus activities or involvement with the academics, I can say with confidence that Samford has had those opportunities available for me. And those things are not fully, uncommon at Samford, whether it's, academics or involvement on campus or even like new buildings and change on campus. We've had a $65 million rec center renovation recently. We've had a bunch of new dorms built, especially new freshman dorms built as well. That look fantastic. They're amazing. And the point is to have all the freshmen central campus. So a lot of change on campus, and it's only getting better each year. And even just like besides like housing and that kind of thing, we have when it comes to like academics and majors, we have finance majors, managing over $2 million of the finance funds in Samford stock market. And there's all kinds of things that Samford just gives the students to really just apply themselves to give them the best college experience possible. And I can say that, looking back on my last 2 years and looking forward to the next two, that, I've been so blessed to be a part of this amazing legacy at Samford.
Hey all, my name is Sam Haas. I am a rising junior from Loganville, Georgia, studying journalism and mass communications with a double minor in Spanish and general business. We are so glad that y'all are here. Like Will said, I remember being in the exact same spot as y'all 3 years ago. All the applications, all the due dates, wondering where I was going to be in a year, what I was going to study, where the Lord was calling me. But through seeking counsel with my parents, teachers, advisors, and just the close people in my circle, I was able to find the best next steps for college. And I can confidently say that I have found a college that feels like home. I have found a place where I can thrive with a community of not just friends, but also professors who support me and help me find my gifts and passions. The people at Samford have been an integral part of my Samford story and have made this place home. And now, as a Samford student, I have grown into a confident student, but also young adult leader, and most importantly, daughter of the king. However, much as I want y'all here, we want y'all to be able to make a clear decision with a clear perspective of Samford, and we would absolutely love for y'all to come and experience our beautiful campus and our newly renovated campus with the new dorms, the new rec center, and the new CAF through one of our weekly visits or one of our three preview days. We will have a preview day on September 27th, October 25th, and November 22nd. You should definitely go to these. I went to one my senior year, and it really helped me make my decision more clear. But we're going to transition to why you're actually here. Application kickoff. So please listen closely to our next speaker as he has some important information and tips to be brought to your attention. It is my pleasure to introduce our Executive Director of Admissions and Class of 2011, David Presley.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you, Will. Thank you, Sam. For those of you who are joining us this evening, thank you all for taking the time. I know that there's a lot of it can't be without conflict that you chose to be with us tonight. The start of senior year is here, and I know that that means sacrifice for all of you. So whether that's giving up an extra hangout with some friends this summer for the last few days of summer, or perhaps skipping out on cheer practice a little early. Regardless, we're excited that you spent some time with us this evening to get to know more about what the application process looks like. And for those of you who are here, count your count your blessings. You're among the 300 who were able to make it into this session. We're actually at capacity right now, and we're going to try to do another session right after this for those who couldn't get in. So if you are watching via the live stream, we will catch you up in just about 20 minutes at another session to loop you into this experience as well. But thank you for those of you who were able to join and get in, and we do look forward to walking through what's next when it comes to Samford and the application process ahead. So with that, Kat, if you don't mind progressing the slide for me, you are officially entering in, as crazy as this sounds, into a new era of, as you think about entering or leaving the class of 2026 behind and entering into what very well could be, for many of you, the Samford class of 2030. That's kind of a crazy thought for all of us here in the Enrollment Management Admission Office to admit, and probably many of you to kind of come to terms with the idea of being a freshman this time next year. But for many of you, that will be the reality, and hopefully many of you at Samford. So embrace it. We're going to go ahead and start calling you what it is, and that's the Samford class of 2030. And in order for us to kind of kick things off, I thought we'd give a little insight into what last year looked like as far as our application numbers were concerned. So as you're thinking about if Samford's where you really want to be, which I know a lot of you do, you wouldn't be here otherwise. If you think of what the class of 2024 looked like, that application pool had a little over 6,600 total applicants. Of those 6,600 applicants, we admitted about 3,750 students, and we settled in on our largest freshman class ever at the time, which was 1,087 entering freshmen. That record held until this year, and we expect another record class somewhere north of 1,100 students, somewhere between 1,100 and 1,200 students is where we'll end up this coming fall. So all of that to say, you probably are hoping for to at least be in that 3,750 number. You wouldn't be here to learn more about our application process if you weren't. And for many of you, again, the hope is that you do end up at Samford and can be an enrolled student in that 1,100 to 1,200 number. So we're going to spend the next few minutes just talking about here, now that the application is upon us, opening up tomorrow, what you can be doing to best situate yourself to be successful in the admission process. So that said, our timeline on the screen in front of you, our application does go live tonight at midnight. The application will be available for all students to officially apply to Samford via the Samford application or the common application, whichever you prefer. We don't have a preference, but know that that's coming. And you can go ahead, and we would encourage you. Earlier is always better for us. You'll notice on the application, there's the option to apply early action. So you can select one of two admission plans on the Samford application. The first is an early action plan, which is what we would encourage all of you that are on the call tonight to do. It's non-binding. It just means that you have a chance to be among the very first to hear back about your admission decision to Samford. So if you want to know in early November whether or not you've been admitted to Samford, you can go ahead and submit that application with an early action admission plan, and that'll get you in the first running for consideration for admission here to Samford. The other option is rolling admission. If you select the rolling admission plan, our first round of notifications for rolling admission will be out by the beginning of December. So again, the early action process just allows you to be among the first to know and to hear. It's non-binding. It doesn't mean you're committing to Samford. It just gives you a chance to be the very first to hear about your admission decision. That deadline again is November 1st. So if you are applying early action, the early action timeline for you and the deadline to apply and to complete your application checklist is going to be November the 1st. Fast forward to December 1st, that's our big scholarship deadline. So if you don't hear anything else I say tonight, make sure you've applied and submitted all your application component materials by December the 1st to be competitive for the majority of our merit scholarships here at Samford. And if you've done that, if you've met our December 1st deadline, you'll hear back about scholarships in mid-December. So if you've been admitted in early November, you've worked on some scholarship applications throughout the month of November and met the December 1 deadline, you will have heard back from us about scholarship before Christmas. So that's our commitment to you, that if you do the hard work and heavy lifting of getting your application materials in quickly, we will honor that by getting you both admission and scholarship notification as you head down to downstairs for Christmas morning and tell your parents that you really want to be at Samford for Christmas. So, and who can blame you? It's Christmas, right? But that's going to be mid-December. Fast forward all the way through February 15th is our it's a second scholarship deadline. It also is our FAFSA priority date. So the FAFSA stands for Free Application for Federal Student Aid. And that's going to qualify you for any type of need-based aid, university grants, federal grants, work study, student loans, all those experiences that come and opportunities that come through need-based financial aid. That deadline to submit your FAFSA is February the 15th. In early March, you'll see on the timeline that our final awards are released. So if you've qualified for any additional aid between your December letter coming out and early March, usually it's going to be any need-based aid that can be added into your award. You'll be notified of that in early March. It's also when we expect and anticipate our orientation registration to open. So we know that you've seen a summer, the summer before or between your senior year of high school and freshman year of college is exceptionally busy with last minute family trips, graduation parties, and the like. And so we know that there's a select few dates that a lot of students are able to join us for orientation. So it does make early March a really big milestone for you, and circling early March on your calendar to know that that's when orientation registration will open. And every new student that comes to Samford is required to attend orientation. So that'll give you the best pick of dates if you do register in early March. May 1st is our national decision deadline. So we just ask that you let us know whether or not you intend to enroll. If you've been admitted to Samford, you do need to let us know by May 1st to secure your spot in the entering freshman class and in university housing if you intend to live on campus. All right. With that, just a little bit more context on the application checklist. There's 5 components to be competitive for admission here to Samford. The first is simply the application. And again, that's available to you tonight starting at midnight via the Samford website or the Common App. And just really general information, get your information into our system as an applicant. And again, a reminder that you will have the option to apply early action or rolling admission. If you have questions about that, reach out to your admission counselor. We're always happy to help. The next component on the checklist you'll see is an essay. It's a minimum of 250 words, nothing too strenuous. Talking about a page and a half double space to really get to know you better. Who are you? What are your passions? We read every single one of these essays. And you think about in this call alone, there's going to be virtually identical GPAs and test scores. So we really do want to know who are you and what differentiates you from the next student in the applicant pool. So you think about the 6,600 total applications we received last year, and how can you uniquely identify yourself amongst those 6,600? The essay goes a long way in doing that. So just prepare to write an essay, and you don't have to put a lot of time and energy in trying to figure out what to write about. In fact, whatever comes to mind, submit it. We encourage you to go off script a little bit here so we can get to know you a little bit better. The last 3 items come from requests that you make. And so if you think of those 5 components, there's really only 2 that come from directly you, the student. The other 3 items, the test scores, the high school transcript, and academic recommendations, are going to be from making requests of others. So the official test scores need to be sent directly from the testing agency, ACT or SAT. Official transcript coming directly from your high school guidance counselor or registrar, and then an academic recommendation either from a teacher, guidance counselor, principal, someone who's familiar with you in the academic setting and who would be willing to speak on your behalf. We need all those components in by those deadlines I mentioned. So it's not just the application. You need to submit all of complete the entire application checklist to be considered for those dates that I mentioned a moment ago. You'll see an asterisk next to official test scores. We do give students the opportunity to apply without consideration of a test score. That's what we refer to as test optional. So if you do consider, or if you do desire to attend or to apply rather without consideration of a test score, just be sure to select that test optional button on the application. We do encourage submission of test scores for many, many reasons. It is our encouragement to you to submit test scores, but you'll see that that is an optional part of the process as you move forward. Middle 50% of our incoming freshman class had an ACT between a 23 and a 29, an SAT between an 1130 and a 1350, and the middle GPA fell between a 348 and a 4.1. So those are mid 50 percentiles. You'll notice that just as many students were enrolled at Samford below those numbers and above those numbers. We don't have a bare minimum when it comes to admission consideration here at Samford, but those are certainly good marks to shoot for both admission and for scholarship consideration, merit scholarship consideration here at Samford. And when you do submit your application, you'll get an email that encourages you to log into an application status page. This application status page looks something like this. And upon whether you submit the Samford application or the common application, you'll be encouraged to log into the status page, and you'll see in live time an application checklist that has exactly what we just talked about and whether or not we've received those items. So if we've got a green check mark, it means it's made its way to us. If it's got a red X next to it, it means we're still awaiting that material. You can upload your essay through the application status page. You can upload a resume through that materials button or materials drawer that you see there. And this is also where we'll release your admission decision. So the first round of admission notification that comes out in early November will be released through your application status page. So make sure you pin this or bookmark it on your browser. This is a really important page for our process. And as you go through the process, there's going to be a lot of information and communication that we send out through your application status page. Okay. If that wasn't enough information, we do want to share your admission contact here in our office so that you have the best point of contact moving forward. There's going to be questions that come up along the way. We pride ourselves in our office of being helpful, hopefully, and being very personal and making sure that we're counseling you through this process as much as clearly as possible. We understand that, again, questions do come up. We also understand that you'll have issues come up with just troubleshooting some things in the application that we want to be helpful for as well. So we're going to allow the admission counselor who serves your areas to actually come on screen and introduce themselves one by one and let you know what part of the country they serve and when you might be seeing them in your hometown. So we'll start with Susan.
Hi, everybody. I'm Susan Aby, and I'm your counselor if you live in the metro area. And also, I wanted to introduce you to Kate Davis. She cannot be here today, but she will be your counselor if you are in East Tennessee or if you are in Northwest Georgia.
Hey y'all, my name is Bailey Baldwin, and I have the honor of serving students and families in North Alabama, so Pullman up to the Tennessee state line, and then North and South Carolina. And I'll be in your area this fall and would love to connect with you then.
Hey y'all, I am the admissions counselor for South Alabama and the Florida Panhandle, and I'm super excited to walk alongside you guys in this season.
Hi, everyone. My name is Krista Dillard. I'm a regional admissions counselor. I live in Macon, Georgia. I recruit North Georgia, Northeast Georgia, all across the center of the state, and South Georgia. And I can't wait to meet y'all this fall if I haven't already. And we're excited to work along with y'all.
Hey guys, my name is Ryan Howard, and I get to serve students and families in Central Alabama, Kentucky, and Illinois. I'm really excited to get to know y'all this fall.
Hey everybody, Allison Jean Cake could not be with us in this meeting, but she is your admission counselor if you are in Florida, except for the Panhandle, or if you are in the Northeast states, Virginia North.
Hi everyone, I'm Amanda Jones, and I'm the undergraduate admissions counselor for Central and South Texas, Louisiana, and the Western US. And I hope to see you this fall.
Laura, think you're good?
Hey, hey everyone, my name is Laura Louder. I serve Middle Tennessee and I look forward to walking through this whole process with you. And if you haven't connected with me, let's grab coffee and walk through this whole process together. Excited for all of you.
Hi, y'all. I'm Shannon Milholland. I live and work for Samford from Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas. So I have North Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Kansas, Nebraska, and the Dakotas. Looking forward to connecting with you in the Dallas, Fort Worth area or anywhere my travels take me.
Hey guys, my name is Jack Oliver, and I'm the undergrad admission counselor for West Tennessee, Mississippi, Colorado, Missouri, and if your state touches the Great Lakes, excluding Illinois. And I'm excited to meet some of y'all this fall.
Hey guys, my name is Jody Powell. I serve Samford by working with any student that's seeking to transfer and also any of those that are international. I am open and ready to meet with any of you. If you have a sibling that's deciding they want to come along with you, we'll take them too. So you guys have an amazing start to your senior year.
Hello everyone, my name is Perla Soto Spires. I serve as a multicultural recruiter as well as an admission counselor for Jefferson County, Alabama, and I'm excited to get to meet all of you and walk with you in this admission process.
Wonderful. Thank you all very much. I hope that you had a chance to jot down their contact information. Bailey also has dropped the link to our Contact Your Counselor page, and they have their both phone number and email, and also any upcoming travel where they may be in your area linked to that page. So be sure to connect and follow up there if you've not already met your admission counselor in person. In person is also where we'll be in your city soon. We'll be traveling the country both for high school visits, college fairs, coffees, but then we also hold a series of events this fall where we will bring some of our current community here at Samford to you, both from our admission office and then current students, current faculty, and some alumni as well. So keep an eye out for opportunities that might be near you, and certainly register for those if anything does look like you would be available to attend. The link is there. It's kind of small on the bottom. It says sign up at samford.edu/Samford in your city, and we would welcome an opportunity when those events are live to connect with you in your city. In addition, we have 3 opportunities this fall that Sam already mentioned, but those are going to be September 27th, October 25th, and November 22nd. Those preview days are great open house experiences for you to come see campus. And we usually host about 300 or so families per event, and gives you a chance to take a really closer look at Samford on a Saturday. 2 of those experiences, the first 2 are game day experiences, so you'll have a tailgate and football game tied into that as well. And we would love to host you on campus for a preview day this fall. Registration for the first session will open up on August 22nd. So just note for now that those are the dates. It's more of a save the date, and registration for the first session will open up on August the 22nd. All right. Now, with that, we are grateful again for the time that you spent with us this evening. I do have one last piece of housekeeping. If you attended this session, you will officially, just for saying thank you to all of you for joining, we're going to take care of that application fee for you. And so it is our privilege to just have an opportunity to serve you, and to know that you're interested in Samford, and to be among the first who has expressed that interest. We are going to officially waive the application fee automatically. Just by attending tonight, you should automatically get that fee waiver. So you're welcome. I see a lot of thank yous, and thank you. We appreciate you. And that said, just know that that might take a minute. You'll see for just a moment, if you do submit your application, that it looks like a payment may still be pending. Don't worry about it. We will take care of it. You can rest assured that you'll be covered if you're hearing this tonight. I love that. Look at how much gratitude is out there. It is truly an honor. It's been fun hanging out with y'all for just a few minutes tonight. Be sure to connect with your admission counselor. And again, congratulations on making it to senior year. We hope to see you on campus here very soon. Y'all have a great night.